Hey, my name is Vinnie Falcone, and I'm sure you have 100 other applicants, so I'm going to make this kind of short and sweet. So my name is Vinnie, like I said. I'm from New Jersey, and for the longest time I wanted to go into the military, actually. So I went to military college for 4 years and trained to be in the Marine Corps. Now in my fourth year, they said that I couldn't be an officer because, quite frankly, kind of dumb. Didn't do well on the standardized test. But then one day I was watching the Bloopers for Wedding Crasher with Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson, and I thought to myself, that would be awesome to make people laugh for a living. So started doing stand-up in New York for about 2 years, and then 2 years ago I moved to Los Angeles, where I'm currently going on auditions and doing acting. And the path to get here wasn't really the straight and narrow. It was kind of not really expected. And that's kind of what the show is about. It's about this character, Joey, who's from New Jersey, who moved out to Los Angeles to become an actor. And because he's an actor, basically he works in a restaurant. And during the restaurant, he works with his friend Mike, who's also an actor, and they kind of go back and forth with auditions and kind of go into the daily grind. And the character Joey just got out of a really messy relationship, and he did what all people do after messy relationships. He swears off the opposite sex. But then this new waitress, Jasmine, starts working there, and she is nothing like he's ever seen before. Exotic, gorgeous, sweet, and he asks her out about 6 times. And every time she doesn't quite say yes, and she doesn't quite say no, and then finally she says yes. And those two hit it off. Now meanwhile, one day Joey, working in the restaurant, looks into the kitchen and sees the sous chef preparing the sashimi dish. And he's watching the sous chef slice through the halibut with like butter. He sees him make the mandarin orange sauce. He sees him garnish it with a daikon rose, which, if you know about a daikon, it's basically an ugly root, looks like a radish. And this guy transforms all these simple ingredients into an artistic, edible masterpiece. And one day during the pre-shift, the head chef, who is a bit of an asshole, is reading off the 86 items. These are the items the restaurant doesn't have for that night. And during the 86 list, he reads off the sashimi dish that he saw the sous chef prepare. And he challenges the chef, says, well, I can make it, I saw it do it. So the chef basically takes him up on his challenge and gives Joey that assignment for the night. And right then and there, Joey's hooked. And it kind of shows this character falling out of love with acting and in love with cooking. And it shows the character kind of go up the cooking ranks. And this is a show that I personally would watch, because we've seen so many shows with struggling actors or struggling comics, but I've never seen a show about a struggling chef. And it would still be a comedy, because I love comedy, and there are a bunch of comedic elements to restaurants. I work in a restaurant now, and the stuff that you hear is mind-boggling. I ever once heard a lady say, if she had agave, she would die. Well, listen, miss, if a simple syrup is taking you out, you were a mistake. You weren't supposed to be here. But anyway, I like this show because it kind of tells the audience that, your path in life isn't really the straight and narrow, like I said. I mean, I thought for 10 years I'd be in the military by now, and now I'm in Los Angeles pursuing comedy. And one of the questions was, why me? Why tell the story? Why now? Well, why now is because I'm currently going through it. I'm an actor. I personally fell in love with cooking. I still want to pursue acting. But what if acting fails? Wait, what's my backup plan? Why now? Why me? It's a story that's very personal to me, and a story that I think I can write very well. So that's kind of the basics of why I'm writing it and why I'm passionate about it. It's something that I think I could write very well because it's happening to me. There are characters that I think the audience could really relate with to, not really knowing what you're going to do in life. And I hope you like it. Thanks.